Hey guys, Isaac back from Undeniable doing another protein snack review. We're continuing on with our Crankt protein bar reviews. This one is their protein and energy bar. The reason they call it energy bar is basically it's got a bit of guarana and ginseng in there. Basically, they're just two things that the guarana's got more like caffeine basically than coffee, and the ginseng is like a sort of, it's like sort of boosts the effect of caffeine. So gives you that sort of spike in energy. Makes you more alert, more focused, all that kind of stuff. And then they've just got a good amount of protein in them. Stats on these have been really good. Yesterday's one, cookies and cream for me, fell short a little bit just on flavour. But yeah, other than that, you can't really fault them. So this one is chocolate and peanut flavour. Let's go over the stats on the back. So we're looking at 203 calories, slightly higher than yesterday's, which is fine because it's peanut butter, not peanut butter, but peanut flavour. You're looking at 18.5 grams of protein, 7.2 grams of fat. It's like getting a little bit high, if that makes sense. Almost half the amount of protein, but still, bearable and manageable. You're looking at 2.5 grams of carbohydrates, so nothing in there, and 4.8 grams of dietary fiber with 4.6 grams of polydextrose. So half that polydextrose will convert into a carbohydrate as it goes through your body. We've got a bunch of sugar alcohols in there. You got sorbitol, maltitol, and glycerol. Always butcher those names. I'm sorry about that. But basically, they're just like sort of really sweet, more sweet, low-calorie versions of sugar. Nothing to sort of worry about. I've done a whole bunch of videos basically explaining what they are, what to worry about with them. But basically, don't need to worry about them as long as you're not consuming more than 50 grams of it a day. So. Alright, let's get into the taste test finally. Looking at chocolate peanut butter flavour. Or peanut flavour, sorry. I always call it peanut butter flavour. Alright, so it looks pretty much exactly the same as yesterday. It's very similar sort of shape. I don't know what it is. You've got the double layer there. I don't know if it's going to come through on the camera. There's a slightly different layer on top there. But you've got the sort of peanut on the top and then the sort of base sort of chocolate sort of base, basically the protein base. You can definitely taste the peanut in it, but it's more, it's like a peanut alcohol, like liqueur sort of thing. It tastes like, it's like a peanut oil sort of flavor. It's or sweetener or something like that. You can taste definitely some sort of sweetener coming through on the back end of it, but it tastes like it's coming from like the peanut flavor, if that makes sense. That's probably very confusing, but again, probably the only thing I'm going to have negative to say about it is I don't like the one texture kind of thing. That flavor that I was just describing before, it's very, very subtle. It might just be from the peanuts themselves, but there's no actual like physical peanut in it. It's smoothed out like a paste. Everything in the bar is very, very nice, very smooth, nice out of chocolate, not too sweet. Everything's smooth, moist. Everything's great like that. But for me, I would like to see a little bit of texture. We're getting into the land of protein bars being around for a while. I think you got to up your game a little bit. So I would like to see a little bit, just like a couple little peanuts in there. It's going to cost them a little bit on the calories. Maybe they're not willing to do that kind of sacrifice. But for me, I'd love to see that. Just gives the bar a little bit more sort of density and sort of texture to it. But besides from that, stats are very, very good. It does taste like it's got peanut butter in it. Not peanut butter, I keep on saying that. Peanuts in it. The only thing I'd say is probably the chocolate flavor is definitely a little bit lacking. Not very strong sort of chocolatey flavors at all. Still very nice, like sweet, smooth, all that kind of stuff. Like, I feel like maybe I'm sort of giving this a sort of bad review in a sense, but it's sort of baseline Crankt. They do a very, very good job anyway. These are sort of nitpicky kind of critiques, I guess. Just because they've got basically a very standard sort of good base they're launching off, I guess. They have very good products, and I just think a couple of little tweaks sort of thing, I think it'd be a little bit better. That saying, this fat is a little bit higher because it is peanut flavor. So I think rating for this is going to be a 7.5. I like it a lot better. I think the fat is a little bit higher, but I think the flavor is a lot better. I think it actually tastes like peanut. It's got a bit of chocolate in there, but could be probably a little bit more chocolatey in my opinion. So still very, very good, guys. Great, like it's got a huge amount of protein. The fat, even in this one, is quite low. They're very, very good protein bars, guys. They're gonna get you hitting your macros pretty much every time. So that's it for today, guys. Let us know if you've tried the Crankt protein bars below. Like the video, subscribe if you can, and we'll be back tomorrow with another one, guys. Thanks for watching.